Well, good afternoon. Today is February 18th, and it's actually National Battery Day. So here's the deal. This sounds kind of funny, but I'm actually kind of into batteries a little bit. And so here's what I want to do. I wanted to share with you some of the different batteries I use. I have switched our entire house over to rechargeable batteries. I've actually changed almost everything over to rechargeable batteries because the technology in rechargeable batteries is nearly equivalent to all the other disposable batteries. And why dispose of something when you don't need to, when you can buy a little bit more expensive battery and then charge it hundreds and hundreds of times? So that's what I've decided to do. And not only have I done that, I've gone as far as making a solar generator, which means I have basically a giant battery pack that is charged from solar panels, or I could plug it into a wall, but I love to use it when we go camping and we can charge phones or computers or drones or whatever by using some solar panels. So I want to show you guys all that. All right. So I'd say there's a couple major brands of rechargeable batteries, and there are tons, but I would say as far as price and accessibility and ease, I think there's really three major companies that are doing really, really well right now. The first one, and just cheapest, and they're everywhere, Amazon Basics. Amazon makes a great rechargeable battery. What I've heard is that they use another company, Enloop or Sanyo. They use their last generation, or they just rewrap them. And I gotta say, they're 2400 milliamps and milliamp hours, and they are great batteries. They last for a really long time. They have great storage capacity on the shelf, and I've used them over and over and over and have had some of them die. But what I've noticed is when you let any type of rechargeable battery completely deplete, if you don't immediately recharge it, or if you let it sit around, that sometimes the batteries themselves, the cell will die. So what I like to do is recharge them more often, because a cycle of a battery is when it's depleted to, I think, 70 or 60% or less. So if you can recharge it right away, the battery doesn't cycle, meaning that it's going to last longer and longer. So Amazon makes some great ones. I have them in different sizes. I have them in AA, I have them in AAA, and I even have adapters so I can use them as D batteries, which is kind of cool. So, and another one that I really like is Enloop, and this is a little kit they sell that I have this one and I don't open it. This is like my kind of emergency if I need to go and I just got to grab some batteries to have with me. I have this little kit and it's super cool. So inside of it is a charger. It's AA batteries, AAA batteries, and then adapters for C, where you just slide the battery in there, and then for a D. And it also comes with a charger. So this is a cool little kit that I like to have around. Enloop has like a 7-year shelf life before the batteries drop too low. And every once in a while, I probably should just open this thing up and charge them. But I really love Enloop. This company makes some great stuff. This case is really cool because these aren't the batteries in my normal rotation. I just kind of keep that thing around. But my favorite company right now, it's jumped back and forth quite a bit, but I use these batteries in everything from audio equipment at work to my video game controllers and my flashlights, and everything I have is this company EBL. EBL, again, makes them in different sizes, but they have a 2800 amp hour, and I think they actually have a high capacity version, which is a little bit higher than this. And these are nickel metal hydride. They're great batteries, and they last a very long time. If you've ever used anything that has a battery meter, one thing I've noticed about rechargeable batteries is when you put them in, you may lose the first bar pretty quickly if there's 4 bars, but you'll stay in that 2-3 bar range for a really long time. So I love these batteries. I use them in everything, and so much so I'm into camping and outdoors and all that. my wife and I have kind of made a choice that we're going to try to stick to everything rechargeable and everything that fits AA's or AAA's. So things like my camping flashlights or lanterns or any of that stuff that we take with us is all AA or AAA. I even have an adapter where you can put batteries in it and then use it as a USB charger. So there's just so many different uses. And then what's great about that is then you can just stick to a couple of chargers. So chargers with rechargeable batteries are really important because there's kind of like dumb chargers and smart chargers. A dumb charger, which is what I'll call this. I don't know what they're actually called. Just a charger. This is a great one. This is the EBL one. Just plugs into the wall. And basically what it does is it charges on 2 banks at a time. And when it reaches capacity, it turns it off. Now, it's going to charge things safely because it's going to read more voltage and some of that stuff. Versus a smart charger, which would charge each one individually and monitor the health of the battery and charge it faster or slower, depending on what's going on. And EBL makes a smart charger. What's cool is when it's plugged in, every single cell is charged separately. And this one's cool because it does 9 volts. It does AAA's and it does AA's, but I wanted to take that one step farther and get a higher end one because, like I said, I use these all the time. So I bought this guy. It's the IntelliCharger i4 and I love it. And here's why. On the back, there's a list of all the different battery types that it takes. And this one, it has the plug that comes out, so I can actually plug it into my car so I can charge these batteries off of my cigarette lighter, which is awesome because I don't smoke, so it's just a battery charging port. So it does AA's, it does AAA's, but in some of my flashlights, I have these super high capacity. This is a AA. This is a 1860. What is 18? Well, this is a RCB2. I forgot what it is. This is a RCB2, but it's also known as the 18650. And these are great for flashlights. This is a lithium polymer, so they have these nice lipo. Oh wait, this is, yeah, this is a lithium ion. So these are great, super powerful when you put these in flashlights. They actually have packs where you can put a couple of these in and then use them as USBs to charge. So these are great too. So this is a new battery that I've added to my collection that I really, really enjoy. And it also fits in this guy. So it's cool to be able to put all different size batteries in one charger. It charges them each correctly, and I've noticed that if I take it out of a less expensive charger and put it into a nicer charger, it will charge it more and add more to it. So somehow something in this charger can read and know what's going on better. So this charger itself, it does lithium ion in like 8 or 9 different sizes, nickel metal hydride, AA, AAA, quadruple A, and C. So you can get a bunch of different batteries in this little charger, and it charges them faster and it charges them to a higher capacity. So I'm a really big fan of this company and this charger. So rechargeable batteries are incredible. I have one more thing that I love that I want to show you guys. I forgot to mention, I also have this little guy that I keep in my backpack. It's a USB charger, and it does AAA, and then you flip this up for AA, and it's just really little and small. And the benefits of things like this is I can just keep this in my backpack and charge it off of my computer or anything. But that's the benefit of sticking to everything being rechargeable by AA or AAA, is the chances are if I grab a flashlight and open it up, it's gonna have rechargeable AA batteries in it, which I can almost guarantee you. There we go, EBLs. So this battery just sits up, or this flashlight just sits up on my shelf, and it's ready to go. When the power dropped out, I've got a few of these that just sit up there, and I grab them and I turn them on, and I know they're good to go. And once a year, I pop the batteries out. I just top them off just for kicks and put them back in, and the battery's always ready. So, yeah. All right, so this is what I want to show you guys. This is my solar generator, is the terminology, which really just means that it's a giant battery pack. And I made this thing because I looked them up. There's some great companies, Goal Zero and stuff, that make them, but they're so expensive. And I just want to pay for it because I'm cheap or whatever, but also I like to learn how things work. So I wanted to make my own. So this is it. So let me show it to you real quick. So right here in the front, there's some switches. So you turn these two switches on. One of them turns on the solar charger that's inside. I'll show you in a minute. The other one turns on all of my output. So you can read my voltage right there. What's it at? So 12.5. So this one's actually just about dead. So I need to go charge it, which I will do shortly after this. But I've got a couple different things. I've got a cigarette lighter, which is great. And then over here on the side, there it is right here. I've got some USBs. So what I've done is I've connected this to its own fuse, and it's using some larger wire. And I have a power inverter that I will plug into this so that I can run 110 volts. So I can charge my drone batteries, or I can do things that require a little bit more power. But this is a 40 amp hour battery pack. So it can charge stuff for quite a while. It cost me, I don't remember, under $200 to make, but the equivalent one for sale is about 600 bucks. So I knew I was saving some money and also learning, which I love to do. So it's not the prettiest thing inside, but it's safe and it does its job. So let me show it to you. So I realize it kind of looks like a bomb. It's not a bomb. But here it is. So this is my solar battery pack. That's my solar battery charger. And what it does is when I plug my solar panels in, it measures the voltage of the batteries, and it can regulate it to make sure that the health of the batteries, it cycles them once they're fully charged to make sure that they are topped off and healthy and ready to go. It also, so it has an input for solar panels, an input for batteries, and then this one is a load, so you can connect things to it. So once the batteries are depleted to a point, it will stop powering things out to make sure your batteries are safe. I bypass that because, I don't know, I just wanted to connect it directly to batteries. So I put a little light here, so if I'm ever working on it at night when I'm camping, I can see what I'm doing if I need to open it up. And then there's space inside of here where I can connect tools. I actually keep this light bulb that plugs into it, just random cords, so I can plug stuff in any situation depending on what's going on. So this is my cord for my battery charger, that i4 battery charger, and I keep it all in here so that when I'm ready to go, I can just grab it. And as you can see, it looks a little sketchy, but I promise it's not. I've got two 20 amp hour batteries that are connected together to give it 40 amp hours, and this little block to help connect things, but everything's fused, and it's just a cool thing for me to learn. But also it's just a great little battery pack. It's in a waterproof case, which is awesome. On the back I have two connections for a solar panel, so I have a little 30 watt solar panel I can take with me, or I've got a big 300 one I can connect outside, which I'll probably do today, to recharge this thing real quickly. Alright, so that's the story when it comes to rechargeable batteries. I love them. If you have any questions, post them below. I'd love to help you out and point you in the right directions. I will put the Amazon links to some of my favorite products below. They're not affiliate links because I've tried that before and Amazon totally ripped me off. Well, it ripped me off. It didn't work, so stop doing it. But yeah, so check out some of the links below, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Solar chargers are awesome. I even have a little rollout panel one with USB plugs in it, so I can recharge my batteries or phone anywhere. So yeah, go ahead and grab some of those, and happy National Battery Day.